Have you ever felt stuck in the healing process? You just feel like you've gone so far and you're not making any progress, and nobody told you. You just didn't realize that healing would take so long. Well, you're not alone, and today we're going to talk a little bit about why that could be. My name is Patricia, and I welcome you to today's coffee chat. Today we're going to talk about a few reasons why I believe we stay stuck and we don't make the headway that we wish we could when we're healing from trauma, loss, grief, particularly associated with toxic and emotional abuse. You've heard the saying, the phrase, what we don't confront or what we overlook, we actually condone. Many times we've been participants in our own abuse. Now, let me explain that a little bit. We are very often emotionally, mentally abused because we stayed small, we stayed little, we were quiet. We didn't resist, we didn't fight back, we didn't speak back. We were taught growing up to keep the peace and to not ruffle any feathers, not to be combative or not to confront other people. So we didn't defend ourselves, especially as women. We thought we should be quiet and things would just work themselves out. Everything would be fine. Not so. So it was our fault in the sense that we allowed it to happen. We enabled it. In that way, we were a participant. Because we're empaths, we're not narcissistic. We do a lot of reflecting. We search our hearts and our spirits, and we realize that we have work to do inside us. Okay, we might have just realized we were participants because we enabled it without realizing. We thought that loving them more would help, that being more patient would help, by trying to be more understanding that would stop the emotional abuse, by explaining, trying to get them to understand how they were hurting you might make a difference. And we've learned that none of that did, because it wasn't about us, it was about them and their nature. And they had their own reasons for doing what they did. It had nothing to do with caring about us and how we felt. It takes us a lot of time to process these feelings and emotions. And if we don't face them, we don't stop enabling, and we don't stop thinking that we can do something to stop the emotional abuse, the cycle will continue. So we have to make some decisions on what to do or what not to do to stop the hurt and the pain from continuing on. We have to face hard things to heal. We have to look in the mirror and say, I have to take responsibility for my part in allowing all this to happen. It's tough, but we have to use tough love on ourselves many times too. So come sit with me again, and we will talk a little bit more about healing from emotionally destructive and toxic relationships.